Hi kids, Miss Barbara here. I wanted to say hi to all of you and see how you're doing. I'm doing great still. I really miss you. Hi Ainsley, hi Benjamin, hi Cade, hi Emery, hi Ivy, and hi Jack. Hey, today I'm going to do a video on a craft that you have in your packet, and it's about farms. We were going to learn about farms in school in May, and I sent home with your learning work this activity that I'm going to show you how you can do it at home. It's going to be a diorama, and a diorama is different than a picture because it's something you build up from the table or from a piece of cardboard or from a poster, but you build something on it instead of just draw on it, and so that you'll have something at the end that looks like a real farm after we are done putting it together. And we would be learning about farms if you were in school with me. There's lots of different kinds of farms. There's vegetable and crop farms where farmers grow things like wheat for making flour, which helps make our bread and cupcakes and cookies and those things. Farmers also grow corn. They grow all kinds of vegetables, and a lot of what you eat every day comes from farms and the crops that they grow. Another kind of farm would be a dairy farm where they have cows, and a lot of what they do is they milk the cows and they sell the milk to the stores that you buy, and then milk makes lots of other things like cheese and ice cream and yogurt. So there's a dairy farm, there's a crop farm with vegetables and things like wheat, and then there's also just animal farms where they raise pigs and chickens and cows for beef and turkeys and that kind of thing. So there's different kinds of farms. In this video, attached to this video, I'm going to be sending you some pictures of farms that you get to kind of look at, and maybe you can do a little bit of learning about farms on your own. But today we're going to learn how to do a nice diorama that you'll be proud of, that you'll get to keep. So all of you have a piece of cardboard. Yours is a little bigger than mine, and that's where all of our things are going to go on. To start with, I want you to turn it over and write your name on the back and maybe your age. It's nice to have your name and age on things that you create, different activities and art and crafts. So write your name and either put 3 or 4 or 5, depending on how old you are, okay? Then turn it back over, and to start with, you can decide whether you want your farm cardboard to be brown, like it is, or if you want to make it green, or some green for grass. In other years, the kids have decided to make it green, and there's a couple of ways they do that, and you could choose. Sometimes they just use a green pencil or on crayon, and they just make little grass marks along the edge, all along all edges of the cardboard, like this. And then they come to the other side of the corner, and they just make grass that looks about like that. Other times, they want to color all of the cardboard in with green. So you could do that also. So I'm going to put that next to the grass, and you could decide if you like the whole thing colored all over or just the grass on the edges. And then the other option would be if you don't want to use crayon and you want to use paint, you can do the same couple of ideas with paint. So I'm putting my green paint in the paint cups, and if I wanted to just do grass, I would just make some lines along the edge of my cardboard like this, and then going around the corner. And it takes a little time, but it's not hard, okay? Or you could take a bigger brush, like what I use when I use my sponge brushes, and you guys have used those with me, and just paint the whole board, okay? So again, those are 4 different ideas on how you can make it, put some green on it if you want green. If you decide to not do green and keep it brown, that's okay too. So crayon the whole thing, paint the whole thing, crayon the edges, or paint the edges, okay? So you pick. After you've done that, if you've painted it, you'll have to wait until it dries before you go to the next step. If you've just crayoned it, then you can just move on. I've sent with your packet a few different things that you get to glue on. What do you think this is? It's the farm or the barn house, or the barn, or the farmhouse, I should say. You can just use regular glue, and you just would put the glue on the bottom of the barn and place it wherever you want. You decide where things are going to go on your cardboard, and you can place all of them wherever. So that's the barn. Does anyone know what that is? A lot of farms have them, almost all of them do. It's a silo, and a silo is where they put things in after they've harvested them from the ground, like the wheat or the corn or something called barley. The machines pull it all out of the ground and harvest it, and then they store it in this big tower called a silo. And then they can sell it to stores when it's ready to sell. But that's what the silo is for. It could be next to your barn. It could be over here. It could be anywhere you want on your cardboard, okay? After the silo and the barn are placed, you might want to place your tree next. So your tree starts with the trunk, and it's a brown little piece of wood, and in the top are some cuts, Mom and Dad, that we've put in there to help you put this tree together. So the tree is going to come like this, the top of the tree, 2 pieces of green paper, and the best idea is to squirt some glue into the cut edges of your tree. I'm not going to squirt it into this one because this one's going to go home with you, with one of you. Squirt some glue in there, and then use your fingers to kind of wedge in this green paper. And it ends up looking like this, and the glue will dry and the tree will stay together that way. Once you've done that, you're going to glue your tree onto the diorama wherever you think it looks best. You could pick to do that right by the barn or wherever you want on that cardboard base. I've also included a little blue cutout paper that's a pond. So put your pond wherever you want. Glue that down as well, right? Glue on the pond, place it where you want it. And lastly, each of you are getting a set of stickers. So farm stickers with farm animals. Some of them look a little different than this. There was a few different types of stickers that I included. And just peel the sticker off and place it anywhere on there that you want. You might put the duck by the pond if you have a duck. I think most of you have a duck. And just place them around to decorate your farm diorama at the end. So once you've painted it or colored it and glued on your pieces and put on your stickers, you have a completed farm diorama that you can be proud of and that you can keep at home and enjoy. So that's it for today. Take a look at the other pictures I sent with this video on farms. Some of them have pictures of a cow laying in a pasture, eating, and then the cow being taken to where he gets milked. Another picture is of the wheat growing in the field, and then the way the wheat looks after they harvest it and they take it out of the field in order to process it into flour. And another one is a picture of corn, same thing, in the field and then after it's been picked. And then a couple of pictures of farms, just so you can see what some of them look like. So enjoy those pictures and enjoy making your diorama, and I will see you for another video later. Bye-bye.